professionals. And from when we started in the year 2020, we've been ensuring that all our activities are driven to live up to that expectation of making young professionals achieve their career goals, helping them in different ways we can, be it writing services, interview preparation services, trainings that can get them more equipped, providing them with informations that information rather, provide them with information that will help them progress in their career. So this particular class is the third class in a series that we've been dealing with LinkedIn. And why we've been focusing on LinkedIn is because we noticed that a good number of the members we have on our platform are not utilizing LinkedIn. And it goes to say that from my experience, I for one have seen the power that LinkedIn can hold. I've seen what it can do, and so I've been preaching this message to everyone that cares to hear in our platform, that they should get on LinkedIn, they should start utilizing this platform. You get, there's no big deal. There's the people there already utilizing this platform. They don't have two heads. They don't have two heads, and it's widely undertapped. It's widely undertapped, especially for us Nigerians. We don't have a lot of Nigerians on LinkedIn, and even if we have, a good number of them are not active. Why are they not active? So many reasons, including maybe their profiles are not properly set up. They don't know how to engage with the platform. A lot of these things come together and have made so many people not active. In our series, we've tried to ensure that we break down all those limitations. We explain how those limitations can be overcome, and everyone starts making good use of this platform, right? So in this particular class, I'm going to talk more about engagement on LinkedIn, and more of that engagement has to come in place when you understand how the LinkedIn algorithm works. Is that okay, guys? So engagement is very important on LinkedIn. Have a fantastic time. Is that okay? I hope I'm communicating. Am I talking too fast? Please let me know if I'm talking too fast. Am I talking too fast? I can't, Joy, I think you were trying to say something. I can't hear you. Okay, okay, Manesta. All right. That's good. That's good.
You're not
Okay,
talking
so
too fast. It's okay.
nice, nice. Thank you. Okay, so let's because this is like the last class, perhaps. So let's do a recap of everything that needs to be done on this platform to ensure you have a good time. The very first thing you need to do is have open an account. So I'm guessing everyone here has an account. And if you don't have a LinkedIn account, it means you have to open one after this class. When you open your account, you take time to set it up. Your setup process must not end in one day. It's not, let's say, Instagram or Facebook, where you open your account and then you quickly put everything. No, this is a mobile platform. You get, this is something that shows more of your professionalism than more of your fun life. You get, you can do your fun life on IG, on FB, but then when you want to do your professional life, you bring it down to LinkedIn. So I believe it should be one of the tools in our, it should be one of the tools we need to be utilizing. So the first thing, get an account. The second thing, ensure you set it up. It might take you 2 days, it might take you 3 days, but ensure you set it up and you set up the sections properly. We've put out content on how to set up your accounts properly. If you need assistance, you can also contact Fastire and then we get that done for you. The reason why you need to set up your platform is because by the time you start sending connections to people, the first thing they check is your profile. And if your profile is not properly set up, it's a turn off. You get, it's a turn off because what are they, what do you have to offer? You get, when you comment on somebody's post on LinkedIn, for example, and the person is not familiar with your name, with your account, the first thing the person does, even myself, I do it, the first thing the person does is to check your profile. And the moment the person checks your profile, LinkedIn will send a message, this person just checked your profile. And most times I've seen it that if I comment on, maybe one of my connections made a comment or liked a post, and then it appears on my timeline and I see it and I comment on it, or I like it, I notice that the person goes to see my profile first and then comes back to now either comment or like. So how I knew is that I studied a pattern. Let me say I commented by 5:23. You get, I noticed that LinkedIn will send me a message by, let's say, 5:25 that this person checked my profile. And then by the time the person replies or likes, I'll see the time that it's some minutes after he has checked my profile to see who I am or what I can offer. And I widely believe that it's the same way for every other person. It's the same way they approach every other person on LinkedIn. So it means you have to set up your profile properly. Then comes to the big guy. A lot of people, when they come to LinkedIn, they get confused, they get intimidated. Why are they intimidated? You come to LinkedIn and the very first post you're seeing, I'm glad to announce that I got a promotion in so and so company. I'm glad to announce that I've been given a raise. I'm glad to announce that I've just finished this certification, this one and that one. And then people feel oppressed, like they start feeling somehow like they are not good enough. But no, that is actually the beauty of the platform. The beauty of the platform is for people to gather and celebrate those their little wins. Those things you think that on a normal day, if you post it on a savage network like, let's say, Twitter, sorry guys that are on Twitter, but yeah, I know Twitter is a savage network. On a savage network like Twitter or Nairaland, you're going to be bashed. But then on LinkedIn, you're going to be celebrated, because the key thing on that platform is empathy. We understand that life is a process. We understand what happens to everybody. So we try to be kind. If somebody cares enough to say that achievement to the person, celebrate the person, go ahead and say, wow, well done. Because you don't know what it means to the person. You don't know what it means to the person. Yes, it's nothing for you, but then it means something to the person. Celebrate the person. You get, somebody cares to share that their birthday, celebrate the person. In the same light, when you're on that platform, when you also share your own achievements or things you're happy about, things you're excited about, that's how people will also celebrate you. They will not mind if the certification you just got it in one during your NYSC, or if you did it with a big agency. They don't care. They just want to be sure that you're progressing. Your networks, your connections just want to be sure that you're progressing. So that's one way to come out, come off the whole LinkedIn depression that a lot of people start feeling when they join the platform. If people are celebrating, celebrate them, and don't take it to heart that you're not achieving anything in your life. Your time will come, put it out there. Then the next thing, after learning, after understanding these facts, that whatever is happening on LinkedIn is not to oppress you, is not to make you feel depressed. You get, it's for people to connect and share the energy. You get that positive vibe. The idea is that when you see your networks doing something, you get encouraged that sometime it also happen, or that you get. So it's just for you to get that encouragement. Okay, so the next thing, and which is the most important thing for every network, every social network, the key thing is on how that social network can keep its members engaged. Can keep its members engaged. It means that when you're on that platform, you're not just there to post and run away, or you're not just there to read people's stuffs and run away. You have to also give. You give and you receive. That's how it is. A lot of us have accounts, but we don't use it. We've never dropped a post one day. It could be your personal experience. Some days ago, I wanted to share something which, because of work, I couldn't share it again. For the first time in my life, I finished a book. Like, uh, since I've been schooling and the rest and out, I've never used one pen until the ink got finished. And some days ago, I actually used one and it finished. And it dawned on me that since I was born, I have not used one pen. So it was something for me. And trust me, if I had put that out, people would have said something nice about it. You get, that's just a way of encouraging ourselves to show that the little things matter. The little things matter. Then when it comes to job search, when it comes to job search, your activity on that platform also determines who is going to be contacting you. For people who want jobs, that platform is one platform that you can leverage on. At the end of the day, you might not get the job. You might not get the job exactly, but the process, the things you're going to learn, the ideas you're going to get, the networks you're going to build will far more be will benefit you in future than what you went for initially, which is just a job. You get, you can also get the job. I've gotten gigs. I know a couple of you know what I do. I write CVs, optimize LinkedIn profiles, write personal. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of these. I've even gotten people who told me, I'm looking for a candidate, help me look for somebody to fill this role. That's because of activity. It could just be, let's say you studied pharmacy and then you're out of school. It could be those small things you learned from school that made a huge difference. Those courses that you might just put it out that you remember so time when you learned this course, and you'll be marveled that somebody who is also by the corner who did same thing or who had the same experience will engage you, and that's how you start building connections. So don't just come to LinkedIn to take, also give. You get, like people's like people's posts, comments on people's posts. You get, and that's how they will reciprocate to you, and you start building your network. You get, you'll be far ahead than people who just come to either create other people's content and leave. Okay, I hope we got that. So the LinkedIn algorithm, which it uses, is is a bit different for is a bit different from what other platforms use. You get, from what other platforms use. Now, other platforms like say Facebook, Twitter, their algorithm is different. For LinkedIn, the algorithm is not the same. And a lot of people complain about, I don't get views on my posts, I don't get likes on my posts, because at the end of the day, you're not certain anybody's even interested in you. So we want to learn about the LinkedIn algorithm, which can now help us understand how it works, so that we can get better engagements. Because like I said, the algorithm the blood of LinkedIn, the heartbeat of LinkedIn is engagement. You have to engage with people and people have to engage with you. If you're not getting that, you feel frustrated with the system and then you might want to chicken out. So in order not to chicken out, I want to teach you how this algorithm works and how you can get better engagement. Okay, are we with me? Please say yes. You can type a yes. Let me know you guys still got me. Are we still with me? Okay, Esther says yes. How about Joy? Okay. Okay, so the next section I'm going to be sharing, perfect. The next section I'm going to be sharing a slide, okay? And that slide I'll use it to answer the questions, the LinkedIn algorithm questions, okay? All right, let me see. Sorry, just a minute, guys. Here's a slide. So welcome to this slide and welcome once again to this webinar. So I'm going to go straight. You already know the topic we're dealing with, LinkedIn algorithm, frequently asked questions and answer. So the very first question is, what is this LinkedIn algorithm I've been talking about? What is the whole duty of this algorithm? Now, LinkedIn algorithm is the program that LinkedIn as a website, as a platform uses to ensure that interaction on its platform are favorable to its members and users. Okay, it means that what this algorithm does ultimately is to ensure that any post you make, anything you do on that platform gets to the people that will most benefit from it. So you might have connections who are, for example, engineers, you have doctors, you have different people. If you make a post that is targeted to engineers, what the algorithm does is to, instead of showing your post to everybody, the algorithm would show your post to people who would only benefit, like it will show it mostly to people who benefit from that um, part. Like if it's engineering, it will show it to people who would appreciate engineering posts, and it will not show it to people who won't appreciate engineering posts. Okay, so it's possible that you have 12,000 connections on LinkedIn and you make a post and only 50 will see it or only 100 will see it, you get? So that's about the first question, what is the LinkedIn algorithm? So what does the LinkedIn algorithm do? I've kind of answered it already from the first question, what is LinkedIn? So what the algorithm does is to ensure that contents are relevant for its members, the contents being put out are shown or are curated by the best audience. Okay, so that's for that. How does the algorithm work? How does the algorithm work? I would explain, I will explain, and then I'm going to show you guys the diagram of how it works. How it works is this: if you make a post on LinkedIn, the algorithm vets the post or runs a test on the post against certain key factors. One of those key factors is the keywords you used in the post. the kind of connections you have, the hashtags you used, the kind of people you tagged, okay, and generally what the topic is about, the structure, how the spacing and the structure. So when it runs that test, it gives it an invisible score. We don't know the score, but a lot of experts says it gives it a score. According to the amount of the score that post gets, it will show it to a fraction of your followers or your connection now, sorry. It will show it to a fraction of your connection based on the score your post gets. Now, that first fraction of connection would determine the life and death of your post. What I mean is that if that first fraction that LinkedIn shows your post to don't engage on it, don't like or comment or share, it sends a message to the algorithm that that post is not very helpful. That post is not suitable. So I believe it runs a retest to find a second kind of audience that will suit that post. But meanwhile, that content or that post is already getting low score because before it to show it to the first fraction, it did its test to be sure that the people to show it to first would appreciate it. So if that first audience don't appreciate that post in terms of engaging with it, it will tell the algorithm or the algorithm will read it or interpret it that the post is not helpful and it will stop showing it to people. Sadly, that's how LinkedIn algorithm works. So on your profile, on your activity section, you see that you made a post, but you notice that it's not gaining visibility. It's because the algorithm has stopped showing it to people. Okay, so yes, okay, number 4, is there a graphic representation of how? So that question I just answered, here is how it works. That's a graphic representation. So you can see where the content starts, content creation, check the top, the green. I wish I was in a system so I could. So the green, that's where the content starts. So when you make the post, it runs a quality check, content quality scoring. Are you guys seeing that now? Now, if the content is good, it moves it forward. If the content is not good, it will try to filter it. I hope you guys are really seeing what I explained earlier. So everything I explained earlier is just what you have here. If it is not good, it will just automatically stop showing it to people. But if it's good, it will keep showing it to people best fit for it. And that content, that kind of a content can run for weeks, can run for months. You get it will just keep showing it to people. So far, it's helpful to people. So far, people are finding it helpful. It will keep showing. That's why if you're very active on LinkedIn, you find out that a post can run for 3 months. You can see a post that has been running for 3 months. You get it's possible. It's possible on LinkedIn. You can see a post that has been running for 1 week. That's how it works. So I'll do a recap again on how the algorithm works so that you understand. Number 1, when you make a post on LinkedIn, the algorithm runs a test on your post. After running the test on your post, it will give your post its score. Very important that your post gets the right eyeballs in the very first 60 minutes of making it. Even if it's just 1 or 2 engagements, it needs to get the right eyeballs. And that's why engaging with other people is very important to your own success on the platform. People engaging on your post does not mean everybody will be doing a yes sir or yes ma. People can have contradictory opinions. or can have a counter opinion that does not really write off your own, but maybe another view, another point of view. So, but it's important to get that eyeball. So how do you get the right eyeball so that can engage your post? Number one, it means you should have been engaging with other people. Number two, you should use the right hashtags. Don't use hashtag leadership when your post is about job search. Doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. So use hashtags that go along with what you've posted. Then don't just tag any random person, tag people that you're close to, and do well to tag people to come and engage your post. Tell them to come and comment, invite them to come and comment on your post, to come and say something. They appreciate it, you get? So once they comment, once they like your post, their own time, it will show on their timeline, and their connections too will be able to see it. So that's another way the LinkedIn algorithm works. If I like if I like Joy's post, for example, and Nkemakonam is my connection on LinkedIn, she would see that post, even if Nkemakonam is not a connection to Joy, but Nkemakonam will see it. And most preferably, because Nkemakonam trusts what I release, like, it will also appear on her timeline, and her connections will also like it. And that you have, that is how. So we respect to engagement. We respect to engagement. I've explained a bit of how you can get engagements on your contents. Does anybody have any question? Is there anything you need clarity on how to get engagements on your content before I move forward with the other part of the slide? You know, I said engagement is the blood of LinkedIn platform. Engagement is all that matters on the platform. You get good engagements, you're going to get visibility. Aside having a good profile, you get good visibility. So any questions? Any questions? Let's proceed. Is there any question? If you don't have personal, just comment, say no, I don't. If you have, raise your hand and give out a question. Please, a minute for that. And if I'm not getting, then I continue with the slide. I don't know how to get engagement on my posts. Any question? Okay, so I'm taking it as no question. Taking it as no question so that I can proceed. All right. Yes, LinkedIn operates or behaves like a search engine. Everything your search engine like Google, Bing, Yahoo will do for you, LinkedIn does it. LinkedIn does something similar. The only difference is that rather than showing website pages, LinkedIn just shows you posts by people on the platform, company pages, people's profile, or jobs. So depending on the keyword you put, LinkedIn will show one or more of these things as a result. So when you use this LinkedIn search bar, it will show one or more of the results. Okay, so LinkedIn very well operates like, so it means everything you're doing has a record. If you use the word, let's say, fast tire on LinkedIn, and somebody types or searches for fast tire, it's likely that your post will appear because you have that word fast tire. So that's how the search engine operates. How does a post go viral on LinkedIn? I've explained a bit of this, and there are more. So let me explain again. There are a number of factors that come together for a post to go viral, and viral also has levels, or your level of viral would be different from an influencer's level of viral, and will also be different from, let's say, a big company or a brand like Unilever, Amazon. Okay, so their viral post and your viral post will not be the same thing. On LinkedIn, what you call viral post on other platforms is called trending posts on LinkedIn. So trending posts can be supported by some key factors: writing good content or good posts. You must not be the best writer, but you have to be, what's the word now? I'm trying to look for a word. You must be yourself. You must be yourself. Everybody has where they fit in. You don't have to be every other person. Just see what others are doing and how it's working for them. So write engaging posts. Engaging posts are posts that are not yay and amen. They are not posts. You're not advising kids. You're not talking to kids. It's a conversation. Your posts are like conversations. You get, there's no hard and tough rule. Make them open. Ask for people's contribution. So an engaging post is a post that asks people for contribution, asks people to comment, asks people to ask a question for further clarification. Just ensure that at the end of your post, there is something that will make people want to engage. Is it you asking them for their own perspective? Is it you asking them if they have more questions about the topic so that you can give clarity? Is it you asking them to mention their friends who they think the post will be beneficial to? How, whatever you do to ensure that your post is engaging, it encourages the post to go trending. So like I said, viral posts on LinkedIn is what we call is trending. A trending post is a viral post. Other platforms use viral, but LinkedIn is trending. Number, is it number two now, number three? I've talked about using hashtags on your content. Use hashtag and follow the community. If you're using, let's say, hashtag leadership, ensure that the hashtag leadership has a community. Ensure you're following the community on hashtag leadership. So how you can know if you're following it or not, when you type hashtag or when you search for hashtag leadership on LinkedIn, so it will show you the community group or page or however. Ensure you're following it, and so that your post will also be appearing on that section. Another way to a post can go viral is mentioning people on your post. Mention people that you know would comment, people you know will contribute to what you're doing, right? Not, don't mention somebody you know that will look at your post and not reply. You get, if possible, when you tag somebody and you feel it will take them a while before they see it, send them a DM. I just tagged you in this post. I just mentioned in this post to give your own contribution. Please, can you find time to say something about it? Fine and good. You get, it helps go a long way. And when your posts get visibility to an extent, the algorithm on its own now starts pushing it without you. It starts pushing it. Remember what I explained earlier, that if your post gets the right engagement, it sends a message to the algorithm that your post is helpful. So it's just a matter for the algorithm to be using its historic data to find out people who are more responsive to, let's say, leadership post. If your post was on leadership, or if your post was on what was it now? Was love. It to start looking for people who over time have been more responsive to post about love. That also helps. Then the other way a post gets viral is through the LinkedIn editors. There are some humans that vet the posts we make on LinkedIn, right? That's why sometimes for people who have uploaded a video before, after you upload the video, they will tell you that this video is under review. The review is actually those editors reviewing it. So these editors also review posts and also watch how posts pattern behave. There are posts where they see that, okay, this post is getting good engagement. They will now, what they do is to recommend it to your connections. Maybe those connections have not seen it. Your connections will now get a notification that Joy's post is trending in the topic leadership, check it out. Or Nkema Konam shared a post on so and so and is getting a lot of engagement. You get, so that way, as the message comes as a notification to those connections, they get to check it, and most of them also would engage on it, and that keeps expanding the reach of your post. So far that post is getting engagement. LinkedIn algorithm will keep showing it to more people, until the relevance expires. You get, and sometimes for a post like that, it hardly expires. Because if it helped somebody today in 2020, there's possibility that somebody will stumble on it in 2021 and find find it relevant. Okay, I just use 2020 as example. I know we're in 2021. All right, so how to beat LinkedIn algorithm. This is everything I've just explained now is the process. You get, is the process. Don't try to do funny things. Don't try to game the system. A lot of people have tried gaming the system. They were figured out, and LinkedIn blocked their accounts or restricted their account, and that's bad for them, because if LinkedIn restricts your account, is sometimes as good as you might not get it back. You might not get it back if it restricts it for a bad reason. If it's because you've not used it for a while, I think that one is different. But if it's because you were suspected to do something fishy, it's going to be a tough ride. Okay, guys. So don't try to use fishy means to beat the LinkedIn algorithm. Stick to your tribe. Make engagements. Sometimes you don't have to post. Sometimes you just come and encourage people. That will also serve as your post for the day. If you share somebody's post and you write something on it, just something short, you've made an impact for that day. You mustn't have, you're not an influencer. You're somebody who wants to gain networks. And when you're on that platform, ensure that you're there to grow networks, because I don't see any other reason why you be there and you don't expand your networks beyond the reach of your country. Go beyond the reach of your country. Get connections, get friends. You get my friend Chibuna that taught in the last class was in Dubai last year, even okay before the pandemic. How did he get his connections? From LinkedIn. You get, I have friends who are doing great in what's it called now, drop shipping and e-commerce, and some of their connections, how did they get them? LinkedIn. You get, because because we as Nigerians, I believe, are not that much on that platform. I still believe it, that we're not that much, and the few that are there are raking the numbers, and why the others that are just not really interested are missing out. So get interested, get involved, and from now you would love what you get. I'm not saying you become an influencer, but you get connections. Are you a career person? You find more people in your career path or in your niche, or in your industry. You people will be sharing knowledge. You find big senior colleagues, and the knowledge they give out on a daily. As you create, you're going to be increasing or improving on yourself. You're going to get encouraged to learn more. You get enough enough of savage. You can get all of the savage as you want. You can get all of the baby boying and baby girling and the flaunting of assets. Then when you want, at the end of the day, you need to come back and get something that will help you move your career forward. Get your baby boy from IG, baby girling, your blings, get them from IG. Get your banter and the rest from Twitter, and the dragging and the rest. And when you're ready for professional life, come to LinkedIn, engage there, build yourself an office, or will I say, just get your space on LinkedIn, right? Get your space on LinkedIn. Okay, so why are my LinkedIn posts not getting views? I've already explained this. It's very simple. The algorithm has stopped showing your posts to people. Why has it stopped showing your post? Your post is not rich enough. Your content is not rich enough. Why is it not rich enough? You're not writing for your tribe. You're not writing on your own. You're trying to copy somebody. Be you. Do you. You're not using the right hashtags. You're using the wrong hashtags for the wrong hashtags in a wrong post. Use the right hashtags for the right post, right? Okay. Get people to engage with you. I'm there on LinkedIn. Mention me. I'll I will engage on your post. And then from there, you start getting the lift off. Comment on people's posts. Grow your connections. Don't just stay in that 50 people you've been. You've been in 100 connections. You've been in 300 connections. Grow your connections. Grow your connections beyond your country. I even feel that people from people from people that are not from your country even find it easy to engage your content more than maybe people from your country. You get? So it's possible. So grow your connections, you get? And then your posts would be getting um, more and more, right? Sorry. All right. What are the best and worst times to post on LinkedIn? How often should I post a day? Can you overpost on LinkedIn? The best times to post on LinkedIn is when you your network or your connections are most online. Okay, so when are they mostly online? Are they mostly online at night? Post at night. Are they mostly online in the afternoon? Post in the afternoon. Are they mostly online in the morning? Post in the morning. But then on a general note, LinkedIn is a professional networking space. So most of the activities happen during the weekdays and perhaps during work hours of the weekdays, right? So ensure that um, ensure that sorry guys, ensure that you're doing your work when the people are online. So for example, when do people take breaks at work? That's a time for them that they can leverage to check their phones and the rest, right? Okay. So if that is it, then make your post when people are usually on break, say 12. 1, 2. You get? Then in the morning, maybe 9. That could be a good time. Then say when people are closing from work, they are still driving home or they are still going home, maybe on the public transport, they might just look for something to cool off. They might just log on LinkedIn and want to see what's happening. So that should be late uh, evening periods now. Should we say 4? So put yourself in the connections of in the shoes of your connection. Put yourself in the shoes of the connection. When do you think you would even be online to uh, to check out LinkedIn posts? You get? Model your post accordingly. Or another way to do this is to study when the people in your network or in your network get more connection. When do they make their post that is giving them enough connection? Because enough engagement now, because those engagements are important to your post and important to your stay. Because it's also those engagements that people will use to notice you, and people will use to even say, okay, can you do this? I saw your post on this, very nice, can you do this? I shared something on my status the other day, that a lady came to my DM, and she was like, your headline says you're a CV writer, I'll be needing your services soon. And I was like, yes, I'm a CV writer, I'll be waiting. You get? We're not connection. She saw my comment on someone's post, and then she checked my profile, like I told you from the beginning of this class. And from the profile, she saw that I was a CV writer. And then she, maybe, I don't know what ran through her head, but maybe the comment I made sense to her. And she was like, okay, this person knows what he's doing. I would like to use. When she now saw that I was a CV writer, or I'm a CV writer, she was like, okay, he knows his stuff. He can do my work for me. That is how it works. Get engaged on LinkedIn. Okay. So how often should you post a day? You can do once, twice, but don't overdo it. You can use, instead of posting and posting, you can, LinkedIn is not sweeter. You're not sweeting. They are not 140 characters. You have as much as is it 200 characters now? If I've forgotten now. Sorry, is it 2,000 characters? I think it's 2,000 characters. Buffer. So you have enough space. So when you've made your first post in a day, you've made your second post, why not take our time and engage with other people? Engage other people's posts. The time you'll be using to make the third, the fourth, engage other people's posts. You get, put yourself out there, and then good things will come to you. You get, but you have to first come out from your shell. Can you overpost on LinkedIn? Very much you can. Remember, the algorithm is always checking every post you make, every content you put out. The algorithm is checking to ensure that you're doing the right thing. If you keep putting out posts that are performing poorly, I believe it affects the next post you're going to make, because then the algorithm might notice posts from this particular handle are usually poor in score. So it will be showing your post to just fewer people. And most of the time too, those fewer people will not engage you. And then it will stop showing it to people. And that's how it continues. So not like actually the algorithm will stop showing your post to people, but then you getting poor interaction over time makes your post appear to fewer people, and most times that fewer people means fewer engagement. So make your post strategic, and then go for it. Go for it. The other times you can use it to engage on other people's posts. 2 posts a day is okay. You don't have to post every day. You don't have to post every day. Some days you come, you just go through what other people are saying, engage with them, catch fun, and you take a bow, right? Right? Then you can also use people's posts to create your own. Is a good way for you to get their own engagement, because when they engage you, their audience see you and their audience. So you're now mixing two audience together. I hope I have the time to show you people an example of what I'm talking about, because most of the things I'm talking about is not, it was not read. I'm telling you what I know and what I do, right? So I'm going to show you guys all that. So how important is writing for my tribe? I've said it is important you write for your tribe. Your tribe could mean the people in your niche. It could mean the connections, your personal connections. So ensure you're writing something that resonates with them. Because I said the LinkedIn algorithm, what it does is to ensure that best experience, ensure best user experience by providing the best content that are suitable to its audience. So not all the posts you make is suitable to everybody in your connection. What the algorithm will do is to filter the people that will find it relevant and show it to them. Okay, so thank you. That is the end of my slide. I would be taking questions. I would be taking questions now. Thank you so much. Questions. Does anybody have question? Does anybody have question? Esther and Joy, any question? No question from Choma. What about you, Esther? Esther. So you people understand what I've been teaching so far, correct? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. You've been following me. You understand what I've been saying so far, yes or no? Yes. Esther, is Esther in this class at all? Okay. So um I'm going to show you something. Um Shoma, I'm going to show something talking about the engagement, the what's it called now? I talked about engagement, right? And how to ensure that you're engaging on other people's posts. So this last section, I'm going to take us to LinkedIn and show us some of these things I have been talking about. Okay, can I go on now? Can I do that? Can I do that? All right. So Choma says I can. Okay, so just give me a minute. Hello? Were you people see my screen the last time? Did you people see my screen? Okay, did you people see my screen just now? Okay. Okay, so I'll be now share my screen. Okay, you're seeing the report from LinkedIn telling me that my brand page got 70 followers this week. Okay, so you can see that thing I was explaining. Now see what this message here, from this message after the message about my brand was sent by LinkedIn editors. Now see what they said. People are reacting to agile sales post, 7 ways to build a strong team. You get? Now, this post has 177 reactions and 35 comments. Now, the editors are showing me the post in case I have not seen it so that I can go and see it. So are you guys seeing how posts go viral? Now, imagine how many of his connections they will send this message to. And once we click, like I'm clicking now to go see it, you get, and I, this post was 4 days ago. Can you guys see? It was not even made today, 4 days ago, but it has been on, and they feel that it's good stuff to keep the members, to keep the users of LinkedIn engaged. So they recommend it, you get, and here you have it. Here's a post. You can see I've interacted with the post before, so I know the post. All right, so you can see how the editors also help your post get visibility, right? Okay, so I'll look for, now here's another one recommended by LinkedIn editors: the impact of slavery, racism, and colonialism continued. You get? Now, this is the editors recommending the job, recommending the post, right? Okay, so there is something else I want to show us coming. Okay, now here you have, I interacted with this post of recent. Her name is Kim. And then here is the post she made initially. I liked the post. I understand the message she was trying to give out. And then I had written something similar to the post, or something similar with the post. So I said, Kim, thank you for this. And I gave my own point of view, you get? And I wrote about red flags, something related to what she had done or what she just posted. And as you can see, she thanked me for it. Do you get? But before she did this, she checked my profile. I wish I would have time to show you to show that she checked my profile before she replied this. You get? So imagine how many people will come here and they will have the chance to go straight and see. So now you can see that this particular post has 458 views. 458 views, even though it has just 7 comments. You get? It means there's a good number coming from this post. You get? There's a good number coming from this post. I'm suspecting most of them maybe didn't comment because um, they are not direct connections with me, and Kim herself did not like or comment here. Perhaps if she had liked this post or commented, most of her connections, when they come and read, they would have connected. So if you see, most of the people that are connected they are commented or liked were my own connections. But at the end of the day, the post is being helpful. The post is getting views. I don't know if you are getting the point of how this whole algorithm works. So what else? Um, so this was something I was doing last night, and I was keeping me out late. It was also a test. I wanted to see if I had networks, if my networks were awake within the hours of 11, and just a few, you get just one person then. So I was like, hi, LinkedIn fan, who is online? Why are you still up? For me, so just something I was using to test when my audience, um, the hours for my audience. Like I usually say, I don't know it all, so I'm also learning along the line. I'm also learning along the line. Now, here is, for most of you on our platform, here is something I posted yesterday. It was out of the pain I was feeling after reviewing some of the job applications yesterday. A lot of the people that applied were just not following simple rules, and it didn't go well. So I felt like, let me put it out there and help people. And also, please always find an image to attach to your post. Always add an image. It could be just something related, because we're in the visual age, and a lot of these a lot of these guys want to relate with something that they can see. So just writing only text is okay, but try add some image. It could help the post do better. So you can see it, 2,000 plus views, 11 comments, and 34 engagements total. And it's still this a day old. If it keeps showing up on people's listen at a point, just like those other posts I showed you, the editors will now take it up and start showing it on people's notification, and that would still bring added traffic to the post. Okay, so I'm showing you guys how I did mine, and even this particular post, I used it as a response to somebody's post, which I'm going to show you guys just now. I'm going to show you guys just now. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. So I'm still looking for the post. Uh, Come on. Uh, so I don't seem to find the post that I commented that on, which also helped it get some traffic. So the thing is not just for you to drop the links to your content. The thing is for you to engage reasonably, and sometimes you could try it out. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes, please don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. So I'm still trying to look for that post. I'm still trying to look for that post where I commented on, that has also helped that post do well. So ensure you're being relevant, ensure you're being reasonable in your conversations, and you would get results. You will get results. Be engaged. I believe even the person that I commented that on his post was able to engage with me, because he went through my my profile and said, okay, I had something, I knew something. Okay, here Here's the post. Here's the post. How employers reject applicants via mail, right? Via mail. And it was similar to that my post. So just like I did for Kim's own, I said, thank you, Pascal. We are currently facing this challenge sorting CVs for an employer. I wrote about this just now because I'm feeling so sad with what I'm seeing. And then I dropped the link to that post, and they have, so you see that link. So imagine the same way, just like the one for Kim, imagine the people that might have come through. So don't do this just anyhow. Do it in a way that it's reasonable, it's sensible, it aligns with what they already have, and ultimately people will gain value from it. It should continue from where their own stopped. You get, like Kim's own. I my own post settled a part of her own content, settled a part of it. So it's made sense. It made sense. So I want you guys to stay engaged. Ensure your profiles are set up properly. You have a summary, you have your headline written well, you get, and then pin some things here so that when people come, they see some of your best performing posts, you get. So you're 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 getting it from somebody who is also will I say starting from the scratch. You get, starting from the scratch, and I've been able to find one or two things that has worked so far, which are the things I'm telling you. So ensure you're engaging with people, and it will help your engagement to grow. Like people's posts, comment on them. One other thing, if people, do I want to do this now? Okay. All right. Okay. So let me use this for example. If somebody sends you an invite, okay, I don't think this. Okay. If somebody sends you a connection request, don't just accept the connection request and leave it bland. Give them a message to welcome them. Okay, this is very old. This one here, I've already changed this. I've changed my welcome message, but you should have something like this that you use to welcome people. Thank you for connecting with me. I hope we could be. I wish to learn more from you. I want us to stay engaged. Find a good message that suits. Welcome them. Let them know that you're open to learning and collaboration. You're open to whatever it is. But with respect to their um when you check their headline, with respect to their qualification or the rest, you let them know. If it's an employer, you can say something like I'm open for jobs in so and so fields. You get, for me now, I'm not seeking for job here, so I just use it shortly to, okay, let the person know what I do, which you can also do to market yourself. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. So this is very much how it works here. Finally, this is our company profile, okay? And this is the flyer for this particular webinar we're having, okay? So remember, I said when making posts, space out your posts and make it easy for people to read. If you're not following us on LinkedIn, do well to also follow us on LinkedIn and other social media. The last thing I didn't mention about posts is links. When adding links on when adding links on LinkedIn, it's better to add the link on in the comment section, not the body of the post. The reason is that LinkedIn and other social networks know that because of the high engagement, people just come, post their link on as they post their link and just run away. Rather, make it engaging for people who have blogs or websites or something you want to promote. Make your normal post, encourage people, let them learn from your normal post. Then if it has link, let them know that the link is in the comment section. So here's where I put my own link. Instead of putting this thing now at the bottom here, which would affect the algorithm, will frown at it. So in order to